For like a solid month, all we could hear was, oh, there's a red wave coming. There's a red wave coming, you just wait. The Chuds are so special that they couldn't even come up with a term of their own, right? So they just took blue wave, which was going around in 2018, and changed out the blue to red. And they even like photoshopped the picture that was going around during that time. Good job, Chuds. Good job. You tried. I mean, one of them should have at least tried to say it out loud, right? Red wave just sounds nasty. It sounds like something Ben Shapiro's wife tells him every night. Not tonight, honey. The red wave. The red wave is in town. I mean, you could be like Don Jr. here and just get right to the fascist rhetoric, right? And call it a bloodbath. So just a tiny bit of historical reference. You know, that thing that Republicans don't like to teach in school anymore. Midterm elections always go to the opposite party of the president. Always. I mean, W was able to squeak one out in 2002 because he exploited the 9/11 attack. Inflation right now is higher than Chris Christie's cholesterol. Gas prices are completely out of control. So what happened? How'd they mess this up so bad? Well, Tucker Carlson wannabe and intern sniffer Jesse Waters, he has a theory for you all.
Also, single women are breaking for Democrats by 30 points. And this makes sense when you think about how Democrat policies are designed to keep women single. But once women get married, they vote Republican. Married women, married men go for Republicans by double digits. But single women and voters under 40 have been captured by Democrats. So we need these ladies to get married. And it's time to fall in love and just settle down. Guys, go put a ring on it.
I mean, you hear that, ladies? Jesse Waters, who left his wife to become a single woman now and ran off with like a 20-year-old intern, he solved the problem. Independent women who think on their own, they're captured. He says captured by the Democratic Party. And his solution? His solution is that we're going to give you a man. Handmaid's Tale is a documentary about the Republican Party. This would have been a layup year for a party that had even the slightest, just the slightest bit of competency. This was a 40 to 50, even more, congressional swing year.
Finish him.
Finish him. But instead, here's what happened.
What's the matter with you?
The gas price crisis. How would Republicans plan to solve it? Well, just put Biden's face on the gas pumps. Duh. Problem solved. Exxon alone made $18 billion in a single quarter. That's B with a billion in a single quarter. For some perspective, that's nearly 5 times what they made in the same quarter of 2021. Now tell me, how will putting Biden's face on a gas pump fix any of that? Because the libs will feel owned. Get it? The stickers, man. The thing that Republicans are always freaking out about. Obama had less crossings than Trump ever did. So what is the plan of the Republican Party to modernize it to confront that issue? Oh man, this one we have in the bag. You see, all we'll do is we'll ship the immigrants to tiny vacation islands in the U.S. And what? That's it. That does nothing to address the systematic problem at hand. That'd be like if Los Angeles just decided to round up all our homeless people and send them to St. Petersburg. It doesn't fix anything. No, libtard. This is completely different. You're not understanding. You're not understanding the essence of what Chad's trying to say. This way, we own the libs, you see? Alright, what about inflation? Republicans' plan is to do more trickle down, which has never worked and only leads to wealth hoarding and exploitation, which gets us right back here to where we started. And I will just start eating cat food, you know, to own the libs. And that's exactly why big boys candidates were beaten, most of them straight up beaten, or had to fight for their lives in deep red districts. My girl Boebert here, she lives in the reddest district in Colorado. We have family in Grand Junction, and they earnestly believe Antifa has infiltrated their government. And everything bad that happens, that's Antifa. And everything good that happens, that's the GOP fighting Antifa. They believe the world is coming to an end. And that Jesus, yes, that Jesus Christ, is going to come down to earth and he's going to take us all back to heaven with him. They literally believe this. Boebert's district is fringe. There are people that have completely disconnected from reality. It's a 30-plus red district. It is a layup. A layup for the Republican Party. The margins there are so close right now, there's going to be a mandatory recount. And if Boebert ekes one out, it's not only a loss for the Democrats, I mean, it is a true loss for the OnlyFans community. She already has a killer username, Boebert. So what's happening? Like, why is MAGA losing its hold, its death grip on the Republican Party?
And your all Democrat, mostly, I think just about all Democrat Supreme Court, said you can't do it anymore. I said, what about 2020? Overturn the election. You should overturn. And it's not just here. It's other states were just as bad and in some cases worse.
You can only listen to losers cry for so long. Right now, DeSantis is a winner. I mean, I think he won by like 3 million votes or something, right? So he is a winner. And he also has a more palatable, slicker form of fascism. Trump announces everything he intends to do, which is good for us, but it's not good for him. And you know, he's a loser. He always has been. I mean, we've all been trying to tell you guys this for like the past 8 years now. I mean, to anyone with half a brain, DeSantis is just another Yale Harvard elitist who's exploiting the base of the Republican Party for power and wealth. But to the smooth-brained culture warriors out there that make up the base of the Republican Party, they think he's a gift from God. No, literally, this is his campaign ad. They think he's a gift from God. Yeah, that God.
And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a protector. So God made a fighter.
Yeah, that's definitely not a cult. So my message to Don Jr. is, keep this tweet on ice, because we're going to need it in 2024. I don't know what you have to do. Maybe move some of your cocaine TV dinners around in the freezer and just stick it in the back there so you can pull it out. Keep it fresh. If Cuomo didn't like pudding so much and would have paid attention to his job, the Democrats would have actually held the House. The redistricting in New York gave the Republicans like 10 extra seats. Yeah, Cuomo loves pudding. Putting his where it doesn't belong.
But I'm not. I'm actually staring up at the young man who made me so proud as his brother back then in my Billy the Kids, and now.
When the economy rebounds like it does under literally every single Democratic president, and if Biden starts putting some real penalties on these oil companies for their obvious price fixing, for their obvious exploitation of us, we have another 2 years of seeing just how far the Republican Party wants to go to control women, to control their health care. I mean, they're even talking about going after contraception now. You have news hosts telling women to just get a man. Then they can make better choices, better life choices.
So we need these ladies to get married.
And then you can have this playing out. For 2 years, you can have two fascists slapping each other with their little baby hands, trying to outdo each other to who can be more cruel to our citizens, to immigrants, to women, you name it. I mean, look at these two. Trump had to make a safe space for himself to keep crying because he needed to keep crying about the election somewhere. So he made a whole social media platform to cry on. And he's going head to head with a governor who says he doesn't like socialism, but that state is literally addicted to federal funding. You know who doesn't take any more federal funds than they put in? California. Yeah, that commie state of California. The Republican Party has no ideology. They only have ideologues. I'm sorry, did I say ideologues? I meant idiots. Chad the Chud.
Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Just watching my algorithms get crushed. I guess I did something to piss off the Instagram gods, so hopefully you're seeing this stuff anyway. We'll do what we can. Talk to you soon.